What is up, you amazing people? It is I, Nima, and today I want to talk about Stray. If you're not familiar, Stray is an independent game that is out on Steam and PlayStation 5, and pretty much everybody was really excited for this game to drop this summer. Now, I look at it and I decide, is this game the cat's pajamas, or does it belong in the litter box? Oh god, that was so cringe. I was actually trying to come up with just the worst thing I could say. No, I did check it out though, and we will talk about it. But first, I want to remind you guys to please continue hitting the like, subscribe button, do all that YouTube stuff, follow, ring the bell, blah blah blah, send me your first child, whatever. We have to do what the almighty YouTube says. Anyway, I do appreciate you guys, and we're almost at 500. 500 is going to be cool. We're going to get there. It's great. Anyway, so in Stray, you play as a cat, and you're quickly separated from your cat brethren, and you are in a place called the Dead City, which is, I don't know, the name doesn't actually live up to the thing. It's pretty lively, honestly. But in the city, it's dangerous. There's dangers all around. But yeah, you're a cat. You don't really have to worry too much about them. While you are on your own, that's momentarily. You're soon joined by a robot friend by the name of B12, which I like B12. Pretty cool. He really adds to the game because without him, the game's kind of quiet and a little lonely. And honestly, one thing that my wife and son said is that this game was creepy to them. I didn't really think it was, but I can see where they're coming from. Like, it's very desolate pretty early on, up until you meet the robots. It's almost like a ghost town, which I guess is why they call it the Dead City. Even with the robots, it's a little weird. Like, you're not sure how they feel about you until you fully meet them, talk to them, and get all that out of the way. And again, you talk to them through B12. Like, honestly, the cat doesn't talk. That would be cool, though. I'm down for a talking cat game. No, they did a great job in all aspects of this game, from graphics to art to the cat. Like, really, I never thought I would be in a position where I could play a cat game like a cat. Like, it feels like you are a cat. Yeah, well, maybe not you personally, but you're controlling a cat. Things like getting the paper bag stuck on your head, and the controls go all like wonky, so it's like impossible to walk until you get the thing off of you. Like how the rooms and the apartments and all the buildings kind of look lived in and dilapidated, but at the same time, there's so many questions about why they look that way. The way the neon lights like reflect off of the water, the draw distance, like it's another thing. Like when you're like way up high, you have respect for how high you are due to like that draw distance, but when you're down walking around with the robots, it looks like you're just like a little cat. So it's pretty crazy, like the way they did all of that, and it's a beautiful masterpiece in that regard. And I found almost nothing wrong with the game, which it speaks volumes because it's a pretty small team, and when you talk about games coming out anymore, almost all of them have glitches or bugs or they need patches, and didn't experience that with this at all. And as many moving pieces and as high as it had to perform, for it to do all of that, it speaks volumes for the dev team. But I will say, for me, it wasn't the masterpiece that a lot of people are claiming it is. At least that's my take on it. Aside from the fact that it's really short, I have to agree with Jake Baldino when he said, well, the game ends just as it's starting. And I really felt that as I was playing the game. I was like, wait, it's over? Almost like a drop-off before the climax, if you will. Like, this game gives you blue balls. That's what I guess what I'm saying. No, but it does seem like it's going somewhere, and you'd want like maybe another chapter, another hour or so of gameplay. And I also think there's a massive difference between 2 hours and 5 hours. Why I'm saying this, because some people are claiming it's 5 hours long. I beat the game in like 2.5, 2:45, and I wasn't speed running. Like, I'm not a speed runner. I can't do it. I was just moving at my own pace and going where I need to go. And that's another issue with the game too. I don't love the controls all the time. So like, you're jumping and you're moving, it's fine. And you have a sprint button, and for God's sakes, you have a meow button, but you don't have a dedicated jump button. It's just something that guides you. Like, if you get close to an edge, it'll say hit the X button, so you hit it and then you'll jump. I just don't know if I really love that, to be honest. And again, that's me. That's something personal. I feel like for $24.99, this game comes down to about $12 an hour. And is it worth it? Yeah, probably. Like, you know, what is $12 in virtual entertainment? I don't know, but I think it's worth it, but I could see a lot of people not very happy with that. And so I see a game that has a couple flaws. One being, the length of it, and the other one being the story. And honestly, I think that the length has to do with the story. Meaning, I don't believe that they have time to incorporate like a really engaging, rich, deep story with, 2.5 to 3 hours. But I want to be clear. Like, I don't hate the game. I actually think it's a really, really good game. I just feel like there's going to be some people who play it and feel a little, I don't know, a little ripped off, a little cheated. But it is a really, really good game. I mean, I got it on the PlayStation Plus something, I don't know, something PlayStation, so I didn't have to pay for it. And I don't know if I would. I don't think I would, to be completely honest. It's probably one that I would probably pass on. But, that's my feelings towards it. Maybe there's a lot of people who would like a very chill, kind of beautiful game to kind of walk around in and just enjoy the scenery. And again, there's some depth with it. There's some interesting aspects. But I feel like that's where my mind goes with the game. Like, I wonder, like, why are the robots obsessed with being humans? And if you look at, as you're playing it, you kind of figure it out. Like, they're wearing clothes for one. Like, that was the first thing that jumped out to me. I'm like, why do the robots need clothes? But then you see books, art, TV, you see beds, like all these things that like robots probably wouldn't need. Homes for one. And it just, I don't know, that kind of made my mind kind of wonder. And if you're into like that kind of game where it's a kind of broadening, experience, and yeah, I think you'll definitely dig it. But I don't know, that's just my thoughts on it. I'm curious what your thoughts are on it. Have you guys played it? Are you looking to play it? Anything and everything down in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts. Anyway, take care, guys. I love you. Bye-bye. Oh, finally done talking about this doggist game. I will not play a game that is racist against dogs.